People say that the army of Israel is one of the strongest armies in the world, and they're absolutely correct. But it's not because we're so strategic. I mean, we are strategic, but God is the one who defends Israel. And as a master sergeant in the combat engineer elite corps called Yalom, the Diamond Unit, which are established for special missions, special tactics. It used to be a bunch of guys with beards, sandals, and Uzis climbing up the mountains of Syria to make way so tanks like these would be able to go through and to blow boulders out of the way to be able to defend Israel when attacked from Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, or the sea. And I've been in a lot of missions, and I'll tell you, Israel's not perfect. I mean, in the Second Lebanon War, 2006, I remember I was serving there, and we were being attacked by the Hezbollah terror group, and they were launching many missiles into Israel, and we had to go destroy this missile launcher. And at one point, it was the middle of the night, and we could barely see through the foliage, and suddenly our commander sees an encampment of what appeared to be enemy soldiers, very low visibility, even with the night vision, and he was almost going to give the order to attack. Suddenly he says, he signals, "If you are with us, raise up your hands." And I'm about to pull the trigger on my machine gun, and I see them raise their hands. And it turns out one of our company got separated and was not where it should have been. And hey, that could have been friendly fire on my own friends. And I just said, what in the world? If it wasn't for God, we would not be here. Just look at the wars of Israel. 1948, 1967, Six-Day War, 1973, Yom Kippur, the War of Attrition. Just look at the First Lebanon War. Look at the Second Lebanon War. Look at the various wars that have happened in the South. Tunnel threats. I had been fired upon by machine guns by the Hamas terror group down in the South. Bullets whizzing by my head. And I remember saying, if I didn't believe Psalms 91, he who takes refuge in the Lord God, dwells in the shelter of the Almighty, will abide under the shadow of his wings. Who agrees with me that he never slumbers nor sleeps, that watches over his land? That's the God of Israel. That's the God that we loved. It's time to pray Psalm 91 over the troops. It's time to prepare a place for them. At the Aliyah Return Center, we're so glad to have this housing for the lone soldiers who have nowhere to go, for those who, you know what, have PTSD, whose hearts are saddened as they've lost a loved one. It's time to show them the love of the Messiah of Israel. Continue to pray with us for the troops, those who defend the defenseless in the Defense Force. God bless you.